This is your boy Apep back again. Today, I'm going to mention some symbols that we can use, and also I want to talk about is the 11 monsters of tiamat, you know, and how the number 11 is actually a connection to the clip off. The two ones being the two pillars, and in between being Doth. And let's get started. So you have 11 ciphers on the clip off. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna start off with, really. I could argue and say it's 13, but we're just gonna start with the main 11 ciphers. And basically, with each of these ciphers, you have Nahima being connected to Terra. You know, Nahima, which is connected to Terra, is dealing with sexual desire. You got and not just sexual desire, but also dealing with grounding and pleasures. Then the other ciphers you got Samael, and Samael is dealing with um transformation. I've skipped Lilith. Damn, I skipped Lilith. Lilith is dealing with um the astral plane and dreams, visions, and connecting to the moon. Just look up the planets of the fucking Kabbalah or clip off and you'll see what I'm talking about. But basically I just want to get this out of the way and just make this straight and forward. I work with the 11 monsters of Tiamat, and each one of those monsters has a particular skill, which is very interesting. You got the Usumgallu, which is I put at Nahima. The Usumgallu is connected to Tiamat and is dealing with the waters, the primordial abyss, um, before creation, things before creation. And also, I'm going to get it now. So I'm gonna start by each one of these, and which y'all get through. Yeah, I'll read this. The horn. Oh yeah, and get the books called the Seven Mascom Hole. Get the New Milish. Get what you call it? My favorite one. It's called Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. That's another Babylonian text. So the horned dragon serpent of water, the Usumgallu. The Usumgallu is also a horned serpent like the Bamasu, having four lion paws and talanos of an eagle. Nerta also used the Usumgallu as a weapon. As well, music and water are associated with the Usumgallu by a harp made for the temple of Nergarish by Gahia. The name Usumgallu or Kalimu and in its irrigation, Cardinal Dole also is his name. This musical and smoothing water dragon serpent is utilized best for meditation and the calming of the primal instincts. We must cultivate and guide, invoking the Usum Galu in a silent meditation with the sound of immersion of water and with the heart music playing in the background, focusing on your desire and dreams and the health of your mind and body. Entering the dark and cold waters, allowing the chills and smooth and relax your mind. Allow sleep to come in a comfortable wave against the curtains of night going no, yeah, the currents of night going into the deep waters of the womb Tiamat. So basically, to break that down simple is that when you meditate, you hear a sound. And that sound, it might be a sound, but you get so quiet under meditation it moves in silence. And when you sit in silence, you're able to hear shit. You actually get to hear the silence itself. This is the power of the Usumgallu that you tap into. Also, if you really want to get more information, get a book by Dr. Yamamoto. I might be saying his fucking name wrong. Look up how sounds and music affect water, and they froze it under the they basically they played some music. They played some jazz music, they played some heavy metal music into the water. The water formed crystals when they put it in the freezer and looked under it under a microscope. And the one that had the jazz music was beautiful, and the one that had the heavy metal was all chaotic and rowdy. Looked at like it was boiling, but it was frozen. And there was an experiment where the guy actually said, "I love you" to the water, "I hate you" to one, and another one the guy mentioned doesn't mention nothing to the water. The one he said "I hate you" to was black. You know what I'm saying? Which is interesting, melanin. You know what I'm saying? The one that he said "I love you" to, which is white. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the one that said that they says nothing to. It was green. It was green and moldy. But you could check it out. He did that with the cups of rice and stuff like that. So basically, what it's saying is like when you play music or when you listen to things, it actually affects the water molecules in your body. The water is actually alive. That's why people used to say prayers over their food and stuff. I still see some people do it, but I just say positive things into it. I don't really pray because I'm against bowing down to things. I say knowledge, wisdom, enlightenment, strength, creativity, know thyself, pay attention, and all types of stuff. I basically say these things and do that. But basically, the Usum Galu is also the science on the viral beats too, because you play the viral beats. I don't recommend viral beats, but you can use that. The reason I don't recommend it is because you don't know what frequency that shit really is until unless you have a really trained ear, or if there is someone that really knows about it more than I do, or I rather recommend people studying that. But we can understand that you can play music though. You can play music such as you play tribal music. And then let me tell you something about the music too, man. If you see, I'm not even talking about all 11 powers of T. I'm stuck on this one right now talking. So this will be Usum Galu. But basically, if you go into music such as you listen to different tribal music, listen to tribal drums. Try drums first, because drums is a universal thing. Try African drums, Aztec drums, try the war drums. You know what I'm saying? Even we have that war egotistical music and rap, you know what I'm saying? That gives off a vibration. You know what I'm saying? That also does too. And a lot of and what you put into your water and what music that you playing is going into your subconscious, so that goes into your consciousness. Yeah, I be listening to rap, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'll be listening to shit. Jack 5 and Baby Stone Gorillas and Jack what's his name? Crip Mac, you know what I'm saying? I'll be listening to rap music too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say balance because, like I said, that's stagnant. But the other side of that, to keep that other side of me in check, you know what I'm saying? What I do is I play positive stuff as well, such as K Reno, a couple of Tupac music, Immortal Technique, Pharaoh Army. You can look on my damn playlist. You see it. You know what I'm saying? Got nothing to hide. Just look at the playlist. You see the playlist. You see the source, a lot of this source information. But I'm just telling you this based off of the rituals. I want this to be more plain and simple. But this is what this energy is basically dealing with. The Usum Galu. And another aspect is work with the mermaid energy. When I work with the mermaid energy, like I said, I'll start bumping into a bunch of prostitutes. Another thing that happens is wealth will attract sometimes too, because people will come up and start handing me shit. And the third thing is really great when you talking to using the mermaid and you communicating with water. You know what I'm saying? And when you communicate with the water, just talk to it. talk to it before you, like if you get like a bunch of jugs of water or some shit or bottle of water, talk to it, do your rituals over, do the rituals over the water and drink the water. And make sure you don't have certain things playing around it, or and if someone's getting negative over the water, you can always do a ritual over it. You know what I'm saying? You could change it. Change is supreme. Everything in nature, well, I don't know about everything in nature, but 99.9% of things in nature changes. You know what I'm saying? If not, it gets stagnates and it dies. You can see that with water. When it stagnates, parasites come, and with parasites are coming, that means diseases are going to come. But yeah, take care of the water in your body, man. Water I really recommend to drink is alkaline, distilled. Oh yeah, distilled water is great because it pulls things out. Sometimes you might have to just drink purified if you have it. So use all. Really, I would say use all of it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't recommend Epiphany because that shit was burgundy on the pH scale. That shit was past red, man. That's bad, man. That's supposed to be a 1. That's bad, really bad. I won't be fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? But your yellows and your greens go up. I really would recommend green. You know what I'm saying? But purples and blues, I recommend that too. But I really don't recommend, reds and orange. Definitely not burgundy. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, when it comes to testing your water and finding out how much acidic the level is. But you could really get a lemon and put that in there, and it will change the alkalinity of the water. You could also put copper in there. Put it in there for a day or two, and that will also work too. If you got some copper pipes, get some hot sauce, clean that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Clean the inside of it, or get some mud and just start scrubbing the copper pipe with the mud or whatever, and put it in the water bottle, the jug. You know what I'm saying? Let it soak. So that's on the Usumgallu. You know what I'm saying? So it's just basically dealing with the molecules that's in the water. You know what I'm saying? And water deals with melanin. And also in this book, what they mentioned was to go to sleep. Get to go to sleep, nourish your sleep. Let me go back and look at this again. Okay. Allow sleep to come in a comfortable wave against currents of night, going into deep waters of the womb of tiamat. So that's very interesting. Um, and the womb of tiamat is actually your pineal gland. That's the pineal. That's the womb of tiamat, but it's also the vagina as well. But the womb. There's a womb in the head. You know what I'm saying? So you have the at the forehead. So you have that chakra too. But I like to start off at the crown. Sometimes I'll just start off at the pineal. You know what I'm saying? But that's a very interesting thing. Deep waters. So like I said, allow yourself to sleep comfortably. So go to sleep, don't fall asleep. Falling asleep is staying up till you get sleepy. Going to sleep is you're not sleepy, but you just go to bed early. You know what I'm saying? And do it like as a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Do it for a purpose. Like go back and look at Mario or Crash Bandicoot when they used to jump into the images. When you're working with images, you're actually entering a different realm. You're pulling a different realm out of you, and you enter it. You are that thing that's on the inside of you. But yeah, so I basically work with that, and basically what it does for me, like I said, I just do it with my rituals with the Usumgallu, and what it works for me is just to go back in, just to start over with a new foundation. So that's on the Usumgallu, and we'll get into the other energies too. So you be safe.